Hi, hey, hello, everyone. Welcome to Power Word Play, Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition live stream where we forgot to turn on the lights.
And all of the electronics.
Someone didn't pay the bill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wonder who that was. We're filming a Can't Make Wednesday, and I'm using filming lightly. We're podcasting it up as our lovely Lauren is not here to troubleshoot for us. And OBS is beyond my capabilities, apparently. So here we are.
Yeah.
Please come home.
Please come home.
Man.
Please come back.
We're like half of a regular white guy podcast right now.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You can't just say that because you have two white guys and then two not white guys.
That's exactly what we can say and do, actually. That statistically, that is exactly correct.
Well, most white guy podcasts have a guy who's mixed, at least.
Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah. He's like half black, half white, or half Asian, half white.
You get it. Yeah.
Or he's like an Asian like me, where he looks white, but he's like not white.
I've seen that a million times.
Yeah.
We're not publishing this.
A lot of editing.
Hi, hello.
That's the blooper reel.
Oh, thanks, Lauren. Appreciate you. Yeah, so, since last time we did one of these was before Darryl's miniseries Divinity and Doom, and right after the end of the Silvery Moon arc. So since then, we've had a bunch of stuff happen. We have a few people at the table. You've heard a few voices. It's Josie here, DM, as well as Darryll, Kenzie, and Amy. So we got a few different things we can mention with your characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring up. But for right now, what do you guys think about level 13? The newest kind of upgrade to the party. It's kind of a big jump. We're getting into the higher tiers here.
What levels did you guys level up in? Which classes did you take?
I took Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ranger.
so...
I got everything out of the rogue aspect. I didn't really...
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, then it just starts getting really...
Useless?
convoluted. Like, there's a lot of crossover that
Mm-hmm.
nullifies things.
Oh,
You
okay.
really just need your sneak attack, and then you're pretty good there. Disengage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Proficiency.
I got the things out of it that
Yeah.
I'm like, these are things we could use.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, I don't know if we actually went over, because last episode, we didn't actually say what all things we got when we leveled up.
No, that was my bad because I remembered to like be like,
exciting.
we should remind me to do it, and then I just like
Started. We got shit to get through.
pedal to the metal.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
it.
lock in. Yeah.
It wasn't that exciting of a level up. I think that's
It
why I
wasn't
wasn't
really.
like so.
Yeah.
No, I think it was only
Yeah.
like really Lauren and myself, I think that got really anything, and I don't think it was anything major. So,
Yeah, because Lauren got his 12th level in cleric
yeah.
because he still has that sorcerer multi-class.
Mm-hmm.
So gross.
Makes
Gross.
What? Cause he only took one level?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he picked that one sorcerer subclass or whatever. That's pretty strong. I can't remember what it's called, but it gives you favored by the gods, so you can use a D4 to reroll on any saving throw.
Oh.
Like you can just add it to it
Yeah.
basically, and you get access to like shield.
That's
really?
come in,
Cleric doesn't have that?
Cleric does not
Yeah.
have shield.
Oh, really?
As a spell.
Huh.
I
Well, I
think-
guess because they probably, in typical, they'd carry a shield.
Correct.
Every
Yeah.
combat,
So-
I
They
think
have their
that's come
own-
into play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boosting 22 AC to 27, which is
Blech.
which
Okay.
is pretty
Blech.
strong.
Yeah, a little
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting, and just like the last few combats, Solo got fucking beat.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, I think you found like the
Soft spot.
Yeah, with like
Yeah.
anytime they get the jump on us or anything that's like the
She's
Mage
the
Slayer,
target. Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Mage Slayer was pretty good.
Yeah.
like that does some damage to anybody that's a caster type.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean, every round you're casting a spell, and then that's
it's
that's an
exit.
end.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And the main thing that's scary about that is like those assassins had a feat, whereas basically like if you cast a spell within 5 feet, they can reaction attack, and because sneak attack works in the way of it's per turn,
Yeah.
you can get sneak attack multiple times in a round, You just have to meet the conditions for it, right? So, for instance, when Sola was like trying to like cast a spell, all 3 of them are right there, so they're getting sneak attack off because you have an ally within 5 feet attacking her. And so they all get off like 3 extra attacks on it. I was like, oh, I felt mean about that one.
But you know, we're getting to the point now. Like you can dish it out.
Oh yeah.
Like we're not super squishy. Well, okay.
Speak for yourself.
Still, like it's been a minute since you've gone down.
I've gone close.
Close.
Yeah, but hey,
But I haven't yet.
close only counts in like 6 things in this world. So
There you go. Yeah.
yeah, but like, I've liked how combats have been going. I like how they've kind of elevated somewhat.
Yeah,
now.
Josie and I had a good talk about it last week, and it was just so like every combat in recent times has been so different from one another. Whether it's been like multiple like things, or it's just like one person when things are coming out of the ground, or it's just like one massive like Troto, right? That kind of a thing. But it was very challenging. Like it wasn't like, well, you're gonna attack, I'm gonna attack, Sola's gonna be here, this person's gonna be here. It was like, what do we actually need to do here, right? And then like every time, like I mentioned, like Sola was getting in these like distress situations. So what do we really do, right? when like the cleric is like about to die, and it's like I'm like the only person that can help, but it's like okay, but like you're dying, and it's just like it has to be very strategic,
Well, and it's like our usual strategies.
I loved it.
The window.
I love it though. Yeah.
I've loved how that's been because it's making you think. And it's
Can I raise
pushing.
a question actually onto that?
Go for it.
So Josie, I brought up a question to Josie after the last combat, like right away in the text when we get home, and I always like send Josie and wait a second. So that's when I changed initiative order with you.
Yeah.
So like I was like, what do you think? Like I'm not. It depends where we all fall. It depends. We don't know where the baddie falls. But I was like, my thing in it was like, because Sola was second out of all. I think this is it.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was like, okay. I was like, maybe let's do healer beginning, healer at end. Because Sola sometimes should be at the end, but I was somewhere in the middle, right? Like, 'cause I switched with you. Yeah, so I was like third.
No, you went to the end.
Yeah.
So Elias had
there.
7,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Rhaenyra had 23,
Yeah.
and they switched.
But then we had like a discussion where we're like, well, it depends, and it's just like, who is it that we're fighting? And then like it's just like, because then I have to make that decision every single time.
It's
right? But it's like it depends where I fall.
Yeah.
Right. What if I was first? Then I probably would have just stayed. Right.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which actually works out better.
Well, then I would just like have heavy damage right off the head.
Can
right?
you have to switch your initiative, correct?
Yeah, I can't just be like, you two switch.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to trade with somebody.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like, as a healer and as like pretty much now the only melee person, like it's quite strategic. But usually I do it in relation to Sola, like where she is.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Like it really does. It's better to have Sola at the end because of the big heal. Like so, especially
Everybody
if
gets.
Sola's
And then she knows where we all are, so she can move to where she needs
exactly.
to be. Yeah.
Where like having you farther forward in the initiative helps because you're like, if it's really really bad, you can run around
But like,
and play
what if
tag.
but
with
we
people.
roll and me and Sola both end up in the middle? So what does it matter?
Exactly.
Right at that point either. So
Out
like
the window.
Yeah, so like it'll change every time, but I felt like this time it really helped. Because I told Josie, I was like, half the time, and it's not a good or a bad, it's not a bad thing at all. But it's like I need to have like plan A, plan B, and plan C because I don't know what you guys are gonna do, and it dramatically affects what I do. Like whether that means I heal you guys, which isn't usually the case.
No.
Or like because like some things I do will like impact you guys in a bad way, like I could hit you guys and things like that too.
Yeah.
So it's like, but then it's fine. So I just always have like 3 things going on in my head. Whereas like this time, like I did everything that I wanted to do in the exact order.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Like, we were able to get this guy dead. So,
For now.
yeah. Yes.
For
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
He was an interesting baddie. That was interesting.
He was, yeah. The mechanics were not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what he
or
looked like.
What kind of character it felt like he was going to
Yeah.
be. So it was interesting to
Yeah.
see. A very, like, dexterous, which I guess makes sense with, like, the weapon we kind of knew that he was using, but the movement
Was gross.
Yeah. Oof.
That I'm gonna launch my
Damage
fucking
as
weird
you-
blade
yeah.
thingy and then
I'm just going to go from one end of the map to the other real quick.
bye.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is you destroyed the body that essentially had that, grafted infernal engine into the back.
Yeah.
So Troto comes back, he's going to have a different thing going on. whatever it may be.
Something we gotta now figure out.
Yeah. How does he come back?
And is there any possibility that we could have gotten any bits and pieces from that backpack, or was it just like
Destroyed.
gone?
Backpack. Sorry.
His the whole infernal.
The infernal
apparatus?
engine wasn't destroyed.
I didn't destroy it.
No.
Oh, okay.
The infernal engine is still there, actually.
No.
Yeah.
We got some shit to do.
So yeah, that'll be something I'm working on.
Yeah, nice.
With her.
Yeah.
But that'll be something that ties into like taking back Mithril Hall, or like a dwarven, the dwarven hills. So that's coming up soon.
Yes.
Probably. I'm probably looking maybe level 15 for that. I think will be appropriate.
And even because we still have.
You guys will have some magic item upgrades in that time too.
Nice.
So
We
You'll
still have
get-
the sack,
you'll
don't
get
we?
yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything with it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't made it
That-
over there.
What was the sack for? That was the
Fire.
the
Like,
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that I wouldn't even like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind using now because that'll help the bow.
You could add that to your bow 100%.
Yeah.
And that
And
would
So
then-
be
to find
neat.
someone to help us with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
Like it's now it's. I'm
Another
watching-
comment that Josie and I talked in the retrospective, like looking back
Yeah.
on it, was because I was like, oh my god, like, okay, like these 3 fucking psychos, like this is like this is like you don't need to like rip people's arms off and like wings. I was like, you can just kill them. Like you don't need to go this far and like and then laugh about it
There
and
was no
then do all this
statement.
stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, so I'm assuming like you know the intention of killing them, whatever. And he's like, remember though, like they didn't have hearts. I'm like, right. So like they're doing some special stuff.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Dragons are powerful. Their body parts are especially kind of there. So, yeah.
You don't need to rip off their wings and like rip off their hands and like
But if you want to make
Makes
a,
it
if you want to make a
easier
statement,
to take their heart.
like
Yeah.
You do that.
yeah, like,
Get the wings off.
See
Just
you
take
fly
the
around now,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
yeah,
There we
like
go.
just the description of that whole scene, I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit! I was like,
Yeah.
they're crazy, like the Tempest, like nuts.
Gross.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm liking Tempest. They're some very fun baddies.
I
to
liked how
play.
you revealed it because like when I asked those questions, I was like, oh, who are the members of the Tempest? You're just kind of it was this vague kind of. And then we understood that okay, Meteorite's like the leader,
Yeah.
right? And then like there's kind of like this hierarchy, and then when we finally met Troto, we never had a physical really description of him. And we're like interesting,
Yeah.
and then it was like oh, like Nor made this for him, and yeah, it was like now like it's just
kind
been
of
a
like-
very slow reveal.
Well, you've got the leader, the brain, the brawn. The,
Yeah,
You know,
but then like Uncle Damon's involved. It's kind of like a latchkey, you know, kind of like this like henchman.
Katie Diddler.
Yeah. And it's like, but then like we had ended off the meeting like Troto was like, that's why I was making all those comments during the battle.
Yeah.
It was like Troto was visiting
Almost
him.
laughing it off.
Yeah, was visiting him, and that's why I was making all those comments to him about them having a relationship or whatever, which I'm totally fine with. Like I said, in support of Pride Month, just
Yeah.
Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're not evil.
that's my point. Exactly.
Gays'
Still be
rights and wrongs.
yeah,
I've watched a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race. I know
Yeah.
that for sure.
be a little bit mean,
Yeah.
a bit bullying.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I'm just thinking of the comments again.
Well, the sword is like a phallic shaped thing,
Uh-huh.
so that was why
It's
I was
really-
making those references.
I understand.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's always fun when like something like that comes into play when you're like in a combat because it's just like I have to respond now.
What am I going to do with this? Yeah.
Besmirched.
My honor, honor. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he was just laughing a lot, and I was like, "Why? Like, what is with these Timbers?" And like, they're just like laughing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Like Nora was kind of like this creepy, like Joker kind of laughing.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Whereas
Yeah.
Troto was like one of those ones where it's like Heath Ledger's Joker, you know, where it's like he was laughing every time you'd hit him, you know, like even though it hurts, like he's like laughing.
He likes the pain.
Yeah, or it was like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, right, where it's just kind of like
Yeah,
laughing.
that
Having fun.
Yeah,
There's an aspect where he was enjoying it, and you could kind of tell.
yeah.
Even when you had a sword stuck through his spine,
Yeah.
severing his vertebrae, he's just kind of like, ha, got me that time.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else you can do.
Yeah.
I honestly loved Solo just throwing out random numbers at it.
That was,
18,
really funny.
What the
That was really good.
Oh, that made me laugh.
I thought he was counting us off.
He was.
Yeah.
No, it was like to recharge the thing.
Well,
Yeah. Like he had to hit 3 of us consecutively
Yeah.
or something to like recharge it. So
Yeah.
that's why he was counting every time.
But
Yeah.
it was just the fact to throw it out there, like.
Yeah.
He had a lot of flavor to him
Yeah.
in some ways, and in kind of a way of like your understanding, he's just kind of crazy. And then like, you know, a little bit of a reveal too that there's another spirit there.
Yeah, I picked up on that as soon as you said it. I went, that name's only vaguely familiar. Fuck.
Yeah.
Muvai Matavai.
What was your like inspiration to like create Trodo's kind of like visual, like his character?
I mean, I'll be honest. I took some inspiration from like I played a little bit of like God of War recently.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Nice.
very
Yeah.
God of War vibe, yeah.
okay.
And I kind
I liked
of
it
Yeah.
though.
and I was like, what if it was just like more of like a lanky, tall, spinny guy instead of one who just like slams shit down and
Yeah,
explodes.
like a Batista. Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah. So I was like, okay, so what if I did that, but made it more of like a dexterous, very fast, very hard to. I say hard to hit, but you guys didn't miss him. I think you missed him twice in that entire combat.
What you and I can do
Out
to
of
beat
everybody.
ACs though is pretty hard to.
Yeah.
The bless actually from Solo.
That
Bless
too.
was huge.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
27s to hit,
Yeah.
30 to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
Huge.
And I should say like maybe that's something I was a little bit too light on. Like I could have had his AC higher, but so the CR calculation I used for him is around 22, and he. With that kind of like level, that proficiency, whatever, it says your AC should be around 19 to 20
No,
Interesting.
I thought it was good
for a
work.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
Okay,
monster. Which I thought was appropriate to some
Yeah.
degree. And then, you know, the bless comes in and like
Yeah.
a few other features come
If
in.
the
Yeah.
bless wasn't there, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have hit nearly
Nearly
as
as
much.
Right? Like
Oh.
he had an AC of 20, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there
the
would have been
guidance
a
strike is
lot
beautiful.
of times
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That too.
Because I have plus 11, right? I think it is with the sword.
12, actually.
Yeah, 12, sorry. So it's like I usually hit, but I usually like to roll bless anyway. So I'm like, instead of a
Just
26, it's
like
like a 28 to hit. yeah. But that's come in greatly, that bless. That's interesting, your inspiration for that character. I totally see
Yeah.
God of War now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what else could I do with it? And I'm like, well, there's some history between him and Nor. You guys don't know. So I was like, okay, so then now he's created something for Trodo. And I'm like, what could that be? And I'm like, well, I like the idea of these swords. And I had this idea of him like swinging them around. I'm like, well, how does he do that? And I'm like, what if we did like some infernal chains? And I was like,
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah. Oh,
I just
yeah.
It wasn't the typical like, oh, he's got like this misty step type movement.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no, he
Throws his
Yeah.
fucking
boom,
chain.
and then like
Yeah.
it drags him across to it. Like
Yeah.
it was very cool. Little kind of just touchy into steampunky, not
Little bit, yeah.
too
Like you said, Mad Maxy.
yeah.
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 No, I really liked that. I thought he was a very cool character.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys liked him. I think, you know, difficulty-wise, he was around appropriate.
Yeah.
Because it could have gone a few different ways. Speaking of could have gone a few different ways, I realized something. Rhaenyra didn't roll a Constitution save
Right.
for her.
If I was exhausted
Onslaught.
or not.
So, I want you to roll a d20 plus a d6.
That's a D6?
boy.
Yeah. Your
Thanks, Lord.
Constitution is a +6.
So 10
I have it memorized.
So 16,
plus 4.
20.
All right, 20?
Yeah.
You would have been fine. All right, you would have succeeded. So
Okay.
everything would have happened as it did in the video.
Yeah.
We now have full confirmation.
Oh, I just rolled
I know
a
we're
full
iconic.
20.
Leon fell in it.
But yeah, you have to really thank your displacement cloak there.
Yeah.
Because that thing fucking saved you. Because
For
he
the
was
first hit.
he was
Yeah.
rolling disadvantage. He missed the first attack.
Yeah.
Raised your AC to 18.
Right.
He missed
Oh,
the
right,
second
yeah.
attack. Raised your 18 to 19.
Yeah, that.
He hit the third attack. Now your AC's at 20.
Yeah.
And whatever the fourth attack, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was a miss. So like he missed so many attacks on you that could have gotten you low enough that that big nuke at the end knocks you out.
Yeah.
And then that has a few different. I think you got one turn in between that and like him going down.
Yeah.
So like it could have had some impact, but not a lot.
Yeah.
right? So like it was just one of those things where it was like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
It's cool, like how like the luck of the dice like literally could just change everything.
Hugely.
And it's like there was a lot of like not a lot, but there was like risk that comes like with the sword, but a lot of like advantages that have literally saved us.
If it
Oh,
pays
yeah.
off, it
So
pays off.
it pays
Yeah, it's
off.
just been like I've been able to take out things in like one round almost, and then or enough damage that you can finish them off, or I
Yeah.
can finish them off the next round too.
Yeah.
But it's like it comes with a risk, like huge
Yeah.
risks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I have to be close.
Which is cool though.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
like
more fun instead of just like this is just like a god weapon and you
Yeah.
can just destroy things. Like it can
Yeah.
come without risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still have to think about it.
Yeah.
And you know, the main reason I gave it to you is because like mostly when I do our encounters, it's like we'll have 5 sessions and that'll be one adventure day, right? So like you'll have to balance that resource because it's
Yeah.
once per long rest.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
You'll
yeah,
have to
that's
figure out
true.
when to
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
use that is important.
Yeah. Totally.
And like
yeah.
if you're just using it at like the final boss, it's like great, you know, but maybe you've taken so much damage or maybe you
Yeah.
have no other resources at this point. You can't guiding strike, you miss 3 of your 4
Yeah.
attacks.
Yeah.
Your ace, you have to make a 19 DC con save, you fail it, you have exhaustion, you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, that's the fun. It's like all on the dice though. Like we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
that's the fun part.
And now how exhaustion works, like it's not it's
No.
-2, -3,
And like or
-4,
disadvantage on
-5.
like saving throws, things like
No,
that. Isn't
it
it?
is
Nope.
-2,
On every roll.
next
Oh.
exhaustion point,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
-3, next
Oh,
exhaustion
it just keeps
point.
going.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Until
it's
you hit
changed.
5 and then you're dead.
Oh. Okay.
And it's times 2, not even plus
Oh,
one.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So there you go.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right, that's
I'm
right.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's gross. But I like it, because now it keeps
Yeah.
it very easy in everyone's head, like Kenzie and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
now it's not you going, oh, so you have this and this and this, like 12
so many things,
conditions.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
minus this, minus this, minus this, minus this.
Which honestly does
Done.
the same effect. Like you may
Yeah.
just do
You
it
know?
all.
Yeah. So, like, -8 on anything,
Oh
is-
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
that you're probably going to fail.
yeah.
And like we don't really have that kind of game, but it could be.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, every day of travel you have to make a roll based on my weather roll of how difficult it is to traverse, and then make a con save,
Yeah.
and then if you don't have enough supplies, you have to make another con save.
This
Yeah.
sounds bad already.
I have good berry, we're
I've
good.
played in a few of these games. I don't know what it is that DMs get like entranced with this, you know,
Crunchy.
idea of crunchy realness, but it doesn't translate well to D&D because D&D is high fantasy, right? And like when you have access to a level 1 magic spell that fixes most of your problems,
Yeah.
not only can all magic users know about this and have this as a thing, they're spell scrolls,
Yeah.
so it doesn't even have to be a
Yeah.
a spell.
Yeah.
Somebody can grab one of those and fucking figure it out.
Away you go.
Yeah, make one successful Arcana check, and boom, now they're casting Create Water.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You won't live.
That's all it
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, no, I like that we're not super, like, okay, like, I've played in games where it's like, oh, you're making camp. Like, making camp was a whole
Like rolling of the
whole thing.
Oh.
like
Yeah.
survival
Whole half a
checks,
session.
nature
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, now you gotta go, who's gonna go look for food? Who's gonna look for water?
Right.
Who's gonna do this?
What are you doing in your camp activity?
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to set up. Are you going to try and hide the camp? Are
Who's
you
making
Like,
fire?
You failed,
Who's,
so there's
like-
no tent. Too bad.
Yeah, literally. I played with people who are like that, and you're just like, this isn't fun.
It's not
Like,
the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not why I play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like it. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On
Absolutely.
the same hand, when you have, like, at our level, like, you can't tell me that, like, Elias couldn't
yeah.
poof.
Snap, there it is. Okay.
Like,
No.
you know,
yeah.
And I think that might be also like we're getting jaded after playing at
True.
high level for
a while.
a while now. It's probably been like a solid 2 years of like 7+ for these guys. And Kenzie, you joined us in at a high level too.
Like 9th or something. Yeah.
You know, like that's high enough, right? Like
Yeah.
because most D&D games never get that high. And like the ones that I've played, and look, like this is obviously the longest campaign I've ever ran.
Yeah.
As a player, I think the highest level I got up to was like 11,
Darryll.
12. Oh no. Oh.
Final.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's-
Can I get an RIP for Edmonton in chat? Lauren, if you want to throw in the Canadian national anthem right here, that'd be great.
Oh.
5-1. At least they didn't get
well.
shut out.
Or caps.
Yeah.
No taps.
Oh man. A moment of silence.
Okay, that's enough. It's only
Yeah.
Edmonton.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on
only
now.
Edmonton.
I light a candle in front of my Connor David photo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Is it over?
All hail McJesus.
Like it's over?
It should be pretty
I
soon.
think.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
They were in
it
the-
says finals.
Yeah, that was the sound.
That's
But
word.
that means they don't play anymore?
Yeah,
It's done.
It's the
That's
same.
it.
Yep. Usually, yeah.
Edmonton through again.
Okay, what's better? Cheering for a team that never succeeds in any capacity and always is just a letdown, or cheering for a team that is a consistent second or third placer?
I'm saying Edmonton this year as a born and raised Calgarian because of the tension between US and Canada right now.
Ooh,
That's the
so
only
we're
reason
getting
why I'm
political.
saying Edmonton too.
It just, I honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like it had a very political bearing.
If there was no political
Like,
tension right now, I would say
Yeah.
fuck the Oilers.
Yeah,
As
Yeah, but on the
as a-
same
as a
hand,
Calgarian.
everybody on Florida is Canadian.
That's
So
also-
Russian.
I know. I know. Canada
mostly
wins every
Russian.
year, pretty
Oh,
much.
I'm sorry. Eastern European.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, half the people on the Oilers team are not going to be Canadian either, so it's not
Yeah.
like
Like,
very
exactly.
separate thing.
Like-
Yeah, we just have signed this.
Fucking
like,
these kids from Minnesota. You know, like
exactly.
Canada South.
yeah, Canada dark.
Evil.
Evil Canada.
Canada full sugar. Yeah. we're like diet US.
Oh, I don't think I like
Oh.
that. No, no, but that's not good.
Gotta reclaim our culture right here.
I feel really bad for Lauren right now.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
man,
almost maybe better he's not with us.
Yeah.
Right
I
now.
think it's
Yeah,
He'd
he'd
be very
angry.
distracted. Yeah.
he'd be hurting.
He'd be angry.
I'm hurting for him.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
We still miss you.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
So much.
Ugh.
Anyway, back to whatever the fuck we were talking about.
Well, there and then the fucking before the break, there the bombshell of that fucking conclave again.
Yeah, Golden
Just
Circle.
Fucking.
Oh,
Golden Circle.
Well, or even the last session before we stopped, it was like, oh, cue Uncle Damon, and everyone's staring at Rhaenyra of like, what the fuck's gonna happen now?
right before
Yeah,
we
that
went
was a
to
long
Dominion.
break.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
It was about a month, yeah.
Yeah, until we came
Yep.
back.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot to stew on, but I think I always kind of knew that I wasn't gonna just start killing people or anything
No,
like that.
I kind of.
like,
Yeah,
and I
with
was
the-
like,
with the
I think,
council
like,
meeting?
yeah, like
Yeah,
right when
yeah,
we ended it
council
off,
meeting.
like, and I was like, I'm pretty sure. But I think that's what everyone thought I was going to do. But it was like it. But I also didn't know where we were gonna go with like those con saves, right?
Yeah.
It was con, right? Yeah.
Wisdom.
Wisdom,
Wisdom,
yeah, that I had to do, which is like I've upgraded a lot on like saving throws, like they're all
Yes,
pretty
you
good,
have. Yeah.
all of
I-
them. But it's like, but I just happened to fail that one.
I really like that whole like going back in your mind, like in history.
Well, so I talked to him
Yeah,
about
that
that,
was
and I
really
was
good.
like, so what if I had
Yeah.
passed? I was like, would I not have thought it? He's like, no, you would have, but it would have just been something else.
Oh,
There
So
would
probably not something so depressing and
There would have been
horrible.
certain
Yeah.
differences in the memory.
Yeah, but we talked
Essentially.
about like Stanley for a while and how
I liked that. Yeah.
yeah, but like,
I-
because I was like, oh, he was like comforting me when you
Yeah.
know, like I needed someone to be
That
there, so that's why
power
he's my
up.
spiritual
Yeah.
weapon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a great time with it.
Yeah, because he was kind of like a joke. I'm like, oh, that's so funny. There's a duck there. You know?
Yeah, and then- but then
you
it's-
know? And I was like, that can be my spiritual weapon because I used to be the farmer before I had like a mini.
Used to be the farmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and even for the longest time too, Stanley was pretty fucking deadly.
Yeah, he was.
Stanley's rolling 20.
Goodies, yeah. Like,
yeah,
and it's
he
just
rolled
like,
really
Oh my
well.
god.
Yeah.
damn.
And every time he used to manifest. Every time it was like something. So he'd be like a chef,
Yeah.
or like a
Yeah.
painter.
Chef Stanley.
Yeah,
Painter
something like that. Yeah, he was
Bob
always like
Ross.
something else.
Bob Ross Stanley. Yeah.
And like when like Eon came back, he was wearing like her goggles. Oh no,
Yeah.
she passed. I
Yeah.
think he was wearing like her goggles and her
yeah.
horns.
And there's Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury
Yeah,
when he did the.
that was
the
great when he was Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to like
Episode
distract
12 or
these
11, I think.
things.
Yeah.
The
Like,
robots.
because like so I guess we still had the
The
bar.
robots.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, total DM discretion. I was like, I summoned Stanley, and he somehow like pushes the music like towards
And he's
like with his
singing,
wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like he rolled like a 26 or something like that.
gross.
And so he's actually like singing along, although they can't understand what he's saying, but they're like mesmerized by it.
It's just the most
Yeah.
beautiful honks you've ever
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
I can't remember what song I was doing too.
It was good,
something
though.
We were just
there.
quacking.
I was just quacking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Quacking to the tune.
Get quacky with it.
Wow.
Did you expect him to act in how
think so.
how the council meeting happened?
The only thing that I was surprised at was like how willingly he just kind of gave up the sword, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I don't think he had a choice though.
Yeah, because like, what would he have done with it? Kind of after.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, in front of all those people too. Like,
there's,
Well, he had
there's
the
that
thing.
part.
yeah, but
Like they're
There's
more.
sphere.
You know,
Yeah.
just sphere of annihilation.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
no biggie.
Homie
Yeah.
strapped out.
Down.
Gravity.
Yeah, yeah. But it was like our first interaction for years,
Yeah.
really. And it's like, I don't want anything to do with like this little girl. And like, if Sola's concerned about her, that's so Sola. So that's great.
Yeah, so is Sola.
But I don't. It's not that I don't care if she dies necessarily. But I don't
I
really
think
care
there's
if she's
going to be a
alive.
twist there with her and you.
That's why when I was talking to
She
Sola,
is-
I was like, I don't know if this is actually his daughter or if she's like genetically made in a lab.
Well,
Because
yeah,
it was like
Yeah.
no,
the
yeah.
sword has only existed for like a third generation of me, and it's just like, so as far as we've known, only women in the family have been able to
Yeah.
wield him. Who knows if
Yeah.
I had a son? You know.
Yeah.
I do have a son in real life. I have a cat, right? But Alexander, King Alexander
King
comes.
Alexander.
Yeah.
King Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander's the heir
Rhaenyra
to
Alexander.
use the sword.
The lost son.
Yeah, which would totally fit my
Oh my
cat.
God, I love
he
that.
would.
Prodigal son.
Yeah, yeah. That's the twist.
That's the twist.
Yes, Rhaenyra has a secret son, and it's King Alexander. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't trust me to just give you information at face value.
Right, and if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it hopped.
It was only slightly twisty.
That
I
was-
think though when
Okay,
it,
That was a
Haddock.
crazy thing to say.
that was such a weird way to say it.
Sorry.
I
What
was
did I
like,
say, Liberty?
like the twist when like it was Damon who had leaked to the Tempest that we were going to the Golden Circle, but then it was kind of like
duh.
That one, I
Yeah.
thought it was it either had to be him or it had to be just some rando that we would have either met once or
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be anybody like oh shit, I'm just trying to think who.
Vajra.
No, it wouldn't have been. Even though I think there's some shit up with her.
Or like,
Oh, there's some weird.
Well, her weird like mask.
Well,
thing.
she also got
this, yeah, the
Like,
metal
yeah.
mask.
Or like
Yeah.
voice sounding all
Yeah.
mechanical or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's me. I'm just dying.
Oh no.
All right, we'll do it quieter, will you?
This is an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Lauren would have been mad at you for.
I had a lot of fun with that council meeting, and like I remember I think I told you, but I was like during that like dream sequence, I was like shaking from like
Really?
like
It's very
anxiety
intense.
and like energy. I was just like I've never been like that. So much adrenaline pumping through my body at that moment.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
That's cool.
Well, I was trying to play it as like she knows it's not real, but it feels real, and it's like normally like Sola could hear her. She was in situations like this, but like why wasn't she helping? So she's kind of like upset about that. But then she also knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
then
she
the
was trying
brand was popping
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
There's some like
Yeah.
weird magic happening there.
Yeah, and like so it was, and obviously like not something she wanted to remember, but then like Damon showed up, so that obviously means it's not real because he wasn't there. Like, well, I mean, he was there when it happened, but it's like, but he was and he wasn't, and it's like, but we were talking.
But he was, but he wasn't.
Yeah, but I couldn't talk
But you
to
don't
like
know,
my dad.
but you do know.
Yeah, but it was like,
Exactly,
but we
yeah.
could have a conversation, like me and
weird.
Damon.
Very weird.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it?
Very strange. Okay. There's a reason for everything.
I know.
I'm not
I
fucking
know.
with you guys just because
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
But
No, I think it was a good way to go about it and to introduce more of like a backstory, even just like to introduce Stanley,
Yeah.
right? And like why he was around or why he is the way that he is.
Well, and we've been sitting and waiting for so long for Damon.
It's been a long time since
Yeah.
before. I think even before we recorded.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
it's just been
Yeah.
like.
So it was always like hints that were dropped, but only me and
Yeah.
Josie knew.
Oh, okay. Because I know that
Yeah.
your backstory was like very closely guarded for a
Yeah.
long time.
So like I opened up to Eon like just coincidentally before she died. Like, it was
Oh.
like the day, like in story, it was
Yeah.
like the,
The
day
night
Yeah.
before.
Oh
The
my
night
god.
before.
And that's what
I
told
literally
her-
just sat down with her and was like, "Hey, like this is my sitch."
I gotta tell you this before you
then
die.
like literally. Like,
I
it
saw
was,
some death flags. And I just want
Yeah.
to get this off my chest.
yeah, so no, you're not gonna tell anybody
Well,
anyways
so you
because you're gonna die. Yeah.
Because you asked Ramsey for help.
Yes.
And then it was like.
To find out where he was,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And then it was like. You
The
need
weird
to-
like mail post office guy.
The bird dude.
Yeah.
We're both like looking at going,
Yeah.
oh, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like the second he left, we're like, Yep.
Yeah.
We ain't never seen him again.
Oh boy.
But it was like Ramsay like looking at Rhaenyra going, you can't hide this. Like this is if you hold on to this, it's something that's gonna just eat away at you.
I think that's where I'm kind of conflicted now. Like I feel very, like I told Josie, but like she feels very guilty that the dragons died. Because like she didn't kill Daemon when she had the chance, kind of a thing. Although she didn't know what the sword was capable of.
Yeah.
The sword didn't know what she was capable of at the time.
Correct.
But it was like, but she has like that guilt.
Well,
And like in the fact that everyone's lives were put in danger because of this fucking idiot, right?
and we didn't truly know what the Tempest could do.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Like,
that's really,
little
that was
bit,
really though, you're
like-
right. Like our first glimpse into like I told you, like
Here's
literally when
them,
he was describing
yeah.
him, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was like a Criminal Minds episode. Like, like I'm not over it. Like, I was like, why are they so crazy? Like
Like I think
like
we
you
got a
don't need to rip
true-
the wings off. That part like literally like, destroyed me. I'm like, you don't need to do that. And then you're like, there's like a random claw ripped off over them. Like, why? Like, why are you doing this?
Frodo likes to slash. Frodo likes to cut. Nor's and ooze. A little bit different. And Meteor Knight, you're not entirely sure minus the gravity powers.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Right.
besides the fact that he literally like flicked Sola away,
Yeah.
like just go.
Bye bye.
Yeah. So like, but it was that like finally seeing that okay, we knew they were powerful, but the fact that they walked in
Well,
and
was it
whooped
4 dragons?
Yeah.
4 gold.
For
On
adults.
just the 3 of them.
Yeah.
Gold.
Exactly. You know, like
So
that,
it
that's
wasn't
not
even an even fight.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that they walked in and went, okay, well, let's do
I
this.
guess we gotta do this.
Well,
now.
Yeah.
like I guess based on the description, we didn't know exactly like how badly they looked, but they didn't look that bad. You know what I mean? Like the damage, whatever they had
They
taken.
Yeah.
they got out of there.
Well, they were
and
they were giggling. They got
Yeah.
the gigs, right?
Frodo was
They
sitting
had the
waiting
gigs.
for us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there's Frodo taking out like a whole adult black dragon on
That
by
too.
himself.
That
So
too,
yeah,
on his
like
own.
plus
So-
however many Yuan-Ti that he
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
And then
Yuan
fights
to
us
walk
right
through-
after.
yeah,
So,
like-
Yeah.
like, man.
Yeah, you had told me that actually. We were talking about because you were like, well, he was damaged
He
when
was
he went into it
damaged
with you
when
guys,
he went
obviously.
into
But it had to be
it.
fair, right? That
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you take no damage fighting a dragon.
Yeah,
like
it's
it,
gonna
yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
For him, you know, like I usually conceptualize HP as like just how tough you are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like how like big you are constitution wise. For him, it was just like how many times do you have to hit him or damage him before anything actually like shows up? You know, whereas like his body isn't that big, but he's just like the slices and the cuts go thinner, or you know the fire burns less. So
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
hits
He's
him,
leathery. And
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's taking a whooping.
That
There's
was
some
an interesting,
undeadness
but that
to
was
it.
an interesting twist because you're like somebody's just watching somebody fight a black dragon, and we're like, we're like, okay, and we're just like dragons.
Well, and
are
I
good
rolled
or
so
bad.
shit on my
Yes.
invest. Like when I got up there and looked, and I'm like, I see nothing. Fuck.
There's the dragon.
Yeah, like, and that's it. But that's all I saw.
was a Rhaenyra
and
roll.
Then it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
better go back and tell everybody, and then
It's a dragon.
The dragon watched and yeah.
It's not a dragon anymore.
Well, I mean, I think you saw the chains too, though. You saw like flashes.
No.
Flashes of
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what I rolled.
I don't know.
But you didn't know
Whatever
it was
it was,
Frodo. Like, you
description.
I didn't know,
yeah.
not a clue.
Yeah.
I think
you didn't?
I think
Oh.
the description was the dragon was because they were in kind of like this shallow kind
Yeah.
of like pool area,
Yeah.
and the dragon was like it was in the midst of using an attack with the water and like using a jet of
Yeah,
water.
there was.
And Frodo was in that jet getting thrown
Oh.
into the side of like a stone building that he
Okay.
collapsed
Okay.
into.
Yeah, and then I didn't see anything of
Yes.
it. And
There was just some description that you gave that I just as soon as you said that I was like, oh, it's Frodo. That's who's down there. I don't know what it was that gave it away,
Yeah.
but it was just like,
Something.
then I thought the guy in the mask was controlling the black dragon. But it,
yeah,
it-
that was like a
Yeah.
He ended up dying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Frodo.
Sola tried
Tried.
to, but
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
sword right through.
Oh yeah, because I was like, can I do command to get him to come to us or something?
Yeah.
You're like, no. Like,
He was like running like this, and
Yeah.
the sword went like
yeah. Yeah.
quickly severed through.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Bye.
Hi guys, my name.
No.
Yeah, that was. I had a lot of fun with that encounter.
That was
a
good.
lot of fun.
I really
I
liked
find it interesting
Mhm.
that the Meteor Knight, presumably he made this decision on his own, maybe, or they all collectively decided together as the 3 to just send Frodo alone to get the mask, and that all 3 of them didn't go together, or that Nora wasn't with them.
They're probably doing other things right now.
Yeah, or if like Trodo was like, let me
split.
show you, I can do this on my own.
Well, it was Trodo that was back talking the Meteor Knight, wasn't it?
But Meteor Knight like
so-
bitch slapped him or something, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Like-
so
It was basically like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, like it.
So
yeah.
he might be, just trying to.
Yeah. Meteor Knight was like, don't kill the Sins, except or don't kill the Sins except for Sola. And Trodo was like,
yep.
you can't fucking tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. And Nora's like, they already killed the one that I was interested in, so I'm not promising you anything.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know Eon was alive.
That's true.
He does now.
Yeah, he knows now.
He didn't know Eon was alive. And then Meteor Knight was like, okay, shut up.
Wait, do we know why Nora is interested in Eon, or is that
Blood magic.
Oh, the book. Okay, yeah.
It's a blood magic connection.
Okay, yeah.
You hadn't been in yet,
No,
but there was a
we haven't.
whole
Yeah.
thing in
We've had-
Two Hills.
We had a couple encounters with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I did watch those episodes.
Yeah,
Yes.
where down in
Yeah.
The
inside,
Blood Rivers.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. It's
and he
all
was like
coming back
like
slowly.
tempting Eon to like come have a swim. It'll be
The
fun.
water's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
And Nora was the first Tempest that we ever. We didn't even
That
know he
was-
was actually part of the Tempest.
no,
we just
no.
thought, like, here's just a weird guy with masks. Like,
Gold Vein Elf.
yeah, like it.
This weird fucker.
No, and then like I had like a dream or something of like a gold mask was like talking to me or something. I had a lot of dreams. Not as much like you guys have very vivid like interactive dreams, whereas I just kind of like have these flashes and I'm like, what? I'm not smart enough to like
It's
interpret.
different.
Like that was fucking weird. Okay,
Yeah.
where's breakfast? So like I'm just gonna.
Oh, man. Forget as soon as you wake up.
But we went to like some like mechanical shop. I can't really remember now. And then like I'm on watch, and I think I was with Scree at the time.
Oh, yes.
And then like Scree's like doing whatever Scree does, like steal shit and pillage, right? And then he's like, this mask starts talking to him. I'm like,
Oh
alrighty.
yeah.
I was like,
Here we go.
Because that's when you got called Little Dragon. Wasn't
yeah.
it?
And then I like when the mask, but I think it was Nora talking to me, right? And I just took the mask and I just smashed down. Like, I don't fucking care. I was like, fuck off, man. It was like,
And then the robot police showed up. You had to fucking run.
Oh no.
Good God, so long ago.
Shit.
those robot police were no joke.
No,
It was hard.
they fucked us up.
That's like the hardest thing.
Okay.
That was like, oh, let's go fight it. We're running.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I was learning.
Oh man.
I think I
they were a
homebrew a
doozy.
little better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But I couldn't hit it. Like it was like the weirdest thing. Like
Yeah. So it had like two main components. Was like the body, which had a very high AC when the arms were detached and circling around it.
Oh.
So for every arm that was detached and circling around it, its AC went up by 2. It would have 4 arms that was circling around it, so its AC
Yeah.
would go up to 28.
Oh.
So very hard to hit.
Hence why we couldn't hit it.
But you could
Yeah.
destroy the arms that were floating around it. They had a lower AC, like 15 AC, 20 HP.
Oh.
which took us a minute to figure
figure
out.
out.
Yeah.
So that was like the kind of thing. It was like a kind of. It wasn't as like overt as I should have had it
Well,
for that mechanic.
And I know, like, it took a while for the arms to go. Like, for them to, like, detach and, like, because
They had different modes.
Yeah.
They had an attack
So,
mode and a defense.
yeah.
I think
So-
we've developed further since
Yeah.
as well, just like how we combat. Like I think now we would have figured it out a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like then we were still learning, and there was different dynamics. There was different players on the table as well that it just wouldn't have worked the same way.
Yeah.
Because it's like just some of the battles, like there's so many that were so much fun because they were just so like there was like we told you like where we had to roll for each other.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was fucking
And it's just like,
cool.
and it's just like something happened bad or good to that person. And just like when we all just
And
like
everybody rolled like
horrifically, and it was
trash.
just so much fun.
Yeah.
Because like the tension of like I had to roll for Sola, and I'm like dying. Like I ran through like a wall of fire. Like I need Sola, and I rolled poorly every time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And then we had like one where was it Beholder?
Yeah.
Where it's like so if you were on this side, if this eye was looking at you, you couldn't do magic.
Oh.
And we had to
main
figure out
guy.
which eye was, and like the
Yeah.
spellcatchers had to like move, and then like I had to
Oh,
move. Like it
gosh.
was so cool. Like it was.
The holders are fun.
Yeah, it was. That one was
That's
really
interesting.
challenging and really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I remember like DK, was he DK at the time? I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I'm
He
getting the
was-
time. I keep.
yeah.
We just talked
He
about this
was.
in the car.
Yeah.
But it's like he came into it, and I'm like, okay, like just whatever you do, like get on the left side. And I was like, I don't care what, like, because he could only do magic. I'm like, there's nothing you can
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Yeah. But then it was like on and off, and it was like so confusing. it was like so challenging. It was so cool.
Anti-magic is cool. It really throws a wrench in. It's
Yeah.
just like
Mm-hmm.
You gotta really use your brain to think around that when you're spellcasting.
We're not quite at the level where, like, if I bring in anti-magic at your guys' level, it becomes deadly pretty quick. Especially for, like, Elias and Eon.
Can't do shit.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, I run away.
What about Sola? Would that impede her a lot?
Yeah.
I think so. Right? Yeah.
I mean, a lot of
The
her
only
melee
ones who it
damage
wouldn't
comes
really
from her
affect would be
spells.
Mew
From
and
her
me.
spells.
But I couldn't do as heavy damage as if I
No,
wanted to with my
but
magic.
exactly, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, we
That is kind of like a higher level effect. Like, I think we're getting there, but I think that's like
Yeah.
level 16, 17, where I'm like, there might even just be like monsters that have anti-magic once we start getting to that level. Because then it's like, okay, I have to bring out the Celestials, I have to bring out the Fiends, I have to bring out, like, things have to get really fucked up. Things have to be real bad. But I'm excited for that, too.
Well, like the Meteor Knight, like his just. Well, I guess we don't know much. But I was asking you about it because you were like describing the scene again of the dragons. And I thought just like meteor. So I'm just thinking like space. And I was like, meteors. And I literally just watched Prometheus the other day. Which is not really related at all to the Meteor Knight. But it was like, if there's Prometheus alien fans, it's basically about the origin of humanity, and they created a bioweapon that killed them.
It sucks.
Essentially, so it's very like
Wasn't a good time.
foreshadowing of.
Then
like,
they ran for a very long time.
Yes.
Stuff fell.
Yeah, and then aliens came, and that's been the franchise ever
And
since.
then there's aliens.
Yeah, but then you
So
mentioned
going
like
away.
burn
the better part
marks,
of
like where the dragons have been killed, and I thought like the Meteor Knight's like weapon. Because I was thinking meteor was that like it was causing these like burn marks, and you're like no, you're like he's more like anti-gravity kind of like I was like oh okay. I was like it just seemed like he had some sort of horrifically like spaced predator versus alien weapon.
But
it was like
cool.
and I was like
Yeah.
that's like what I just kept picturing in my head, but like that's the thing is like we don't really know like what the Meteor Knight. We just know like he's kind of like I wrote in my notes like the big dog, right? Like
Big dog.
Yeah.
Ironically.
But why, right? Because he's obviously more powerful than the other two. Why do they just willingly listen to him? You know, like Uncle Damon's listening to
Because
him.
he can make them sit at command.
Yeah.
But then why do they follow? Why did like you know
Yeah,
like why are you
how
just
did
letting
he-
your
Well, and,
Somebody like this.
and who does he answer to?
Yeah, does he answer to anyone?
Tia? Auntie Tia? Tia?
Those Tias.
Yeah. Actually, Auntie
That's a good
Tia
question.
in Spanish means auntie because
Yeah.
Tia means
I was
auntie.
about to say.
Yeah.
Weird.
And in,
I like it.
And in Tagalog as well.
I like it.
So like
Auntie.
yeah, so multilingual.
Oh man.
Jesus.
He's the mystery.
Yeah. Curious
So.
to learn more.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to know more, but it's
Well, it's helpful if we know more.
yeah, they're
Actually
a
fight
little
back.
cray cray.
Yeah.
Speaking of knowing more, hi Elias.
Oh.
Yes, Elias.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about
Last time.
the current state of your arc?
I'm excited. I have no idea what you have planned. Well, I have like a vague idea.
Have you actually copped to it yet? Oh, yeah, because we had the whole offer. Yeah, so never mind.
Yeah, so it's like last kind of episodes of committed to, I guess, being a, I don't know, student, apprentice of Envor. So that is locked in.
That-
and
yeah.
what is that going to look like now?
That had me so bothered because, like, I'm sitting there going through it in my head. Okay, how do we? No, okay, no, just no. And I'm like,
Yeah.
everything kept coming back to, holy shit, why is this the right option?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the right
Like,
option.
no, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
But in return, you now have the Black Dragon Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is the straight up you know,
It's the
reward.
direct results
right.
of
Yeah.
this choice. And it's...
Which we got to get rid of.
Yeah, no, to get about it
Forget
immediately.
it.
Get that out of her hands. So,
Yeah.
just,
Ah!
Take it out.
You take it. No, you take it. No, you fucking take it.
I don't want to hold the bag of holding anymore.
Maybe we can just give it to Umbor. Here you go. You can just hold on to this. Hide it away in some little hide hole. You're good.
I mean, you joke about that, but
It's not a horror. I know.
we know
like-
where he is. We don't know. I mean, we kind of know where the Metallic Council is, but
Yes, the
Yeah.
Nether Mountains.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
right by
we know
Mithril Hall. Yeah.
where they are, but we don't know if they will listen or want to.
Correct.
To kind
Because
of
we're
plead our case.
we're not really like hey with them, you know.
We're not really anything with them.
Yeah.
We're kind of
Neutral.
Yeah.
it would appear, even just from like the interactions you had with that one dragon, that like.
Oh, like the sensei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's what this is my notes.
Yeah.
He seemed like once again like a good aligned creature, just very tired and does not care about humanity.
Yeah.
And was just upset.
Yeah.
And like very obviously with the
experience.
context, right? Like
his whole family pretty much just got wiped out. Like,
yeah.
We
We're
got
just like bugs to him. So.
I did laugh though. Like, we're all like, hide, whoosh.
Yeah.
Hi! Surprise!
You're not hidden, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
So, no, I like that. I did like running and seeing fucking Wintry at the ball.
Oh, yeah.
All neutered. that made me chuckle a little bit inside, because he's just gonna Ramsey's gotta poke the bear on that one a little bit, and it's just like,
and poke the bear you did.
you know, mostly because I kind of want to see how that's gonna unravel. I know it ain't good with where his father is, so my whole thing is like, what did he do to her?
Yeah, I was curious. It feels like there's a family dynamic that's changing a little bit.
Well,
things are a bit new.
You guys weren't around. You weren't around yet either, were you? When they went to.
That was my first time meeting Wintry.
What at the
I had never met her before. Yeah.
Early on, like I got abducted and punished.
Oh yeah, like a long time ago. Yeah, but like you guys haven't had interactions with her very much.
But that
so
first,
this is kind of like the biggest change that's happened.
Because that first one, she was like, "I'm gonna eat Scree. I'm gonna pull your head off. I'm gonna do just
down the list."
Yeah, like went through everybody who was there, and like, I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this to you. I'm gonna do this to you, and they're all.
It's like there wasn't even like the threat of it. It was just if you step a single foot into our building, here, I'll open the gate.
Yes.
Set 1 foot in here and you will not live. Yeah. And that was just kind of the vibe. Yeah. And then you all went like, okay, word. We're leaving. Heard.
But then, hey, it led to horse.
That led to horse?
Yeah. And then I was like, and then you find a horse that talks to you.
That's like, we gotta
go save Ramsey. I was like, you do what?
I remember because I was gone. You're messaging me like, fuck, they went after you. I'm like, shit. Even though in the letter it said, don't worry, he's just paying penance. He will be returned to you. But if you come after him, it'll be far worse. And we're like, yeah, that'll do, right? And then everybody's, let's go get him. Fuck.
And that's when I killed DK.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was years ago then.
That was session 7.
So because you came in. I joined maybe like
session 7.
4 months after they had started.
Oh,
like
it was.
That's something I should say actually. So that was our first. That was like our 7th session ever.
Yeah.
We just filmed our 99th.
What?
Session.
Wow.
So next session we film on Tuesday is going to be our
100th.
In this
We've
campaign.
been playing for years.
In this campaign. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta dress up.
Very rare.
Get
the
fancy.
D&D campaigns go for this many years.
Right? Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
It's been in and out of people, but it's still
counts.
There's been a core group that's kind of stayed consistent. So not to like switch the topic, but this is something I was kind of thinking of as like kind of a question that's like kind of like tabletop related. If you guys could play in a different system for a one-shot or a mini-series, what system would you play in?
What do you mean?
Very fitting question.
What do you mean system?
So you know, like D&D is kind of like a system. Have you heard of like other games that are kind of like that?
Like Baldur's Gate and like all that stuff? Or it's
well, yeah,
like,
but there's
Call
like
of Cthulhu,
Vampire.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've played any of those.
No, but I'm familiar.
With them? Yeah. Is there like any of them like you would want to play or have thought about playing, but like haven't looked in the rules yet or anything? I have one in mind, but I'll hold on to it.
What could it be?
What do you think it is? You're wrong. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
That's crazy. I mean, there's so many good systems, right? Like, one of my friends, they're gonna be running like a Star Wars campaign soon.
Yeah. Old bartender with us.
Corey?
I'm not gonna remember.
Pretty boy. Fuck, what was
Matthew?
his name? Maybe?
Matt?
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt Whiteman?
Matt was the pretty boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
boy.
Liam?
Pretty boy.
They were
Or
the two
Leo.
cutie boys.
Yeah, it was Matt. Sorry,
Yeah.
and I don't mean pretty boy. He was actually a very attractive man.
Yeah.
But he was playing in a Star Wars. Yeah, he was hot.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it to you.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Was a teacher in phys ed.
Tattoos.
Really?
Smart.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Smart.
I know that.
Funny.
Yeah.
But like a
Bartender.
genuine good person.
Yeah,
that
really.
was just, yeah.
Good to chat to.
Oh, a lot
But
of things to say about this guy.
he started.
He's married.
Yeah.
He's married. Very happily married.
He started into a.
What is this?
For those who don't know, myself, Josie, and Amy all trauma bonded together, working together, and that's how we became friends. So, yeah, no, he
Apparently,
he
we're all
started
in love with this guy.
Well,
I miss Mr. Wildman. Oh, shit. Sorry, Darryl. I know
No, all good, brother. Yeah,
trying to
no.
keep getting there.
Yeah.
Go
He was
on.
in a Star Wars D&D campaign.
Yeah, and it, like when he was telling me about it, I'm like, that actually sounds pretty.
We've talked about it a
cool.
lot because I'm like obsessed with space, and I'm sure people have seen like my space tattoos. It is like I've never. I wonder how space would play into like this
game like
effect.
this?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Because like the Star Wars, I don't know if it's the same one that
Yeah.
he was doing, but it was a like 5th edition add-on basically. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
still
cool.
D&D as the main rule set, but it's just
I think it was very
it's
similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And it's like, I mean, they still have to add on so much because you're adding all these Star Wars races, classes, you have ship mechanics now, like
Wow.
crazy stuff.
I do kind of like the idea of ship mechanics though, because it also gives you that instead of just camp, you know,
Yeah.
like, but it can't overtake it. It can't like, but because it could very easily overtake the game. Where you're like, oh, we got to make our ship better. But
Well,
it's not.
like the combat mechanics for it.
Yeah.
Is the main thing. And
Yeah,
it's like now
right,
you
right,
have
right.
2 classes.
Right.
You have
Yeah.
your main class of like whatever. You could be like a Jedi or
Yeah.
like a bounty hunter, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
and then you
okay.
have your ship class basically. Like are you a pilot? Are you a gunman? Are you like a engineer?
Yep.
Cool.
So
I always find though, as a Star Wars fan, but it's like, but also as just like a space horror fan, like books, movies, is that the element of space in Star Wars is quite minimal.
Yep.
Like aside from the fact that they're
Yeah.
traveling from planet to planet, like the fact that how gravity affects them, oxygen,
Yeah.
the like the like the temperatures and like the qualities of the planets like has no effect. Like every planet is inhabitable. Which is
Yeah.
like is habitable. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the books that I read and like the horror movies that I see, it's like it's a huge issue, right? Like how are we gonna get to this planet
Yeah.
where we can't? Like it's gonna kill us if there's like one crack in our helmet,
Yeah,
like we're
we're
dead.
toast. Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of it's just never plays an aspect into it, and like that's what I love about horror space. And it's just like I just don't know how. Like again, like that's how I think of it, and so how it would play into D&D. But like how you're describing it makes sense. But then you're talking about in terms of combat, that to me, then it's like. Because in Star Wars, like, how come there's never any damage to the ship that causes, you know, like these like lightsabers can like literally slice through people's hands, but it can't. It like you know,
it's never, like, a
Kylo
ship
Ren is like
just
destroying
fucking
the thing in front of him
Yeah.
Yeah,
because like
but
you know
never-
they escaped and then it's fine. It's
Yeah.
the ship still runs. They're just gonna fix it and it's all good. And it's like
They retire a lot of ships because of Kylo
Yeah.
Ren. They just don't show it.
yeah, and then you know and like
Take too much time.
Just a
yeah,
planet
and an
graveyard of
alien,
ships.
they're all getting
Vegas
yeah.
fucking neon
Just
lights.
kicking one in the
Yeah.
fucking side.
Yeah, and then Alien, they're getting sucked off and like they freeze to death
Yeah.
right away, you know, and things like that.
Or
And
how
it's
their
just-
acid blood doesn't go completely through the ship.
oh yeah.
yeah,
You know, like
there's
it's
just-
like you see
yeah.
it drip on the floor, you're like,
Whereas an Alien, that's a
feel
big
like
storyline,
that happened
right?
in Romulus,
Yeah.
but
maybe,
did
yeah,
Romulus.
yeah, actually,
The
yeah.
Romulus, that's how like it was
Yeah.
scared because they had like
Yeah.
they had to do anti-gravity so that the blood
Yeah.
wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hit me
that was
there.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good movie. Great
It
movie.
was.
very
It
good
was
horror
really
movie.
good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say not to throw it back in there, but one of the systems I've been really interested in is either masks or icons,
I haven't heard of either of those.
which are superhero TTRPG
Oh.
systems.
Okay.
Masks is a little bit more of like it's actually more of like a teen drama with superheroes as kind of like the backdrop of a setting. So it's really about like role play and like having like connections with different NPCs as like being a superhero and like having to deal with all that, which is kind of cool. Whereas Icons has like more of like a crunchy kind of like number system for creating your own superhero that's a little bit more in depth and kind of neat. And you know, I've been on a superhero kick recently. Just finished Invincible season 3 since I've been putting that off for like forever. So, you know, I've been interested in that. I was like that feels like something that could be good in a tabletop because it's like you're filling a fantasy of being really good at something. You're important, and there's lots of drama.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of fun. That could be interesting.
I feel like you don't really see superhero TTRPGs either.
Yeah.
Like you see space, horror, fantasy, low magic, all that, but not really superhero.
Yeah.
Well, Marvel has one that they released like a couple of years ago, and I think they actually have continued to update it. Like their most recent one is Multiverses, and like that's a tabletop game, but like you actually choose which. I think you actually choose which superhero you play as.
Oh, okay.
Not like you make your own.
Not like you make your own. So like your Iron Man or your Spider-Man or you know, something like that, which is a little bit of a different idea for sure. It might be like a little bit less of a role play heavy game if I had to make an assumption, but I honestly haven't looked into it that much. I was just kind of reading up on what people recommended. And I was like, oh, Masks and Icons. I gotta maybe check out one of these one time.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
I kind of want to look at, like, I came across it a long time ago and just haven't really thought about it again. I've been trying to make my own, but, like, it's the Warhammer 40,000. They actually have a campaign setting.
Oh.
Yeah. And the kind of the cool feature that I've been reading through on it is like, here's this mission. Here's the characters that you can choose from. Here's your next mission. So you're always playing different characters. So it's like, you know, like you don't kind of get stuck in that, I really wanted to try that actually, or I really wanted to try that. Or it's even if you are playing the same character again, you can completely change out your entire weapons set and all that kind of stuff, and you have the ability to upgrade over time into different like types of armor, or if you do die, you have the ability to come back as like different upgraded features, like become a dreadnought, stuff like that, where it's, you know. So I like the idea of that. And the other one I've always wanted to try is Vampire Masquerade. I like the D6 system. I think it'd be cool to tinker with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a classic, but like, I mean, I've never played it either.
But yeah, it's like,
I feel like you gotta try it at some point.
So, and I've heard, like, I know quite a few people who played it, and it's been a lot of fun for them, so. Yeah.
And I think that one's like, you're actually like, you playing as vampires, right?
Yeah. And
I don't know the setting very well, but
from what it was explained to me, you are vampires, like you're part of different clans, and it's very moldable. Cool. Like the people I have that I know who are playing it, they had it actually set, like one of their things was at the museum, the Glenbow here. So he was able to look up
that's fun.
Like the map layout, and that's what they were able to use as a map for. Okay, here's where like security guards are at this checkpoint. You've got to. There was some big gala thing happening from one of the clans, and you guys had to go in and screw it up for them. You know, like, so it was just very cool that like there were so many easily applicable things for it, and it's current day, so it's you know, you can make stupid references and it still fits.
It still counts.
Yeah, without somebody going, "Oh, whatever is that?"
What doth thou say?
Fine,
gentlemen.
Yeah. What is a TiVo?
It's interesting because obviously you guys have more knowledge about like the different systems than I do, and it's just like in my world, like of my nerdiness and everything like that. Like there's like the D&D world, which is like high fantasy, dragon, but there's also like the Game of Thrones world to me, which is so different from what this is. You know, like I was like, dragons can talk because in Game of Thrones they don't. I was like, but in Game of Thrones is like if whoever has the dragons, that's who's in power, right? That's what the House of the Dragon show is pretty much about. But it's like the other, you know, aspect of life is like my horror life, which is like you guys are like combining like all three in this conversation and like the space horror like part of my life, and it's like it's hard for me to honestly like connect the dots. Like for me to see like space horror or just horror or just space in D&D to me like almost makes no sense, because it's like to me it's like this is dragons, you know, like this is combat, this is RP, this is traveling, you know, whereas horror is very story based, right? It's very based on like jump scares, description, even like, you know, I have a lot of horror books, like it's just like you have to create this kind of like tension, right? But it's like movies and books, sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder, depending on how you're describing it and how you're doing it. Whereas I'm like, how would you do that? Like in this
I
world,
think
right?
you'd
like,
really dig Call of Cthulhu.
I was gonna say,
It's about
Lovecraftian, very. it's dark.
I don't like the vampire world, I will say.
No.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not.
It's like cosmic horror.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
okay.
like Cthulhu.
It's more
all
like
this
supernatural,
kind of like unknown.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like
Yeah.
like the greater space entities, like the bigger than thou entities around that influence how
Twilight Zone.
things actually happen. That's a really good point, because like the thing that D&D gives you a lot of is options, and for horror to be successful,
There's no options.
You need to
Yeah.
take away
Yeah.
those options.
Yeah. And it's so like descriptive based.
Exactly.
Like I've read books like on my bookshelf that I'm like, oh my god. Like it's just like trying to like imagine that like, this decapitated head floating in this ship, from a book called From Below. It's like incredible book. Like they basically like they scuba dive to this like old Titanic ship.
Yeah.
But it's like they're trying to figure out like why everybody died like in this ship, and it's not a great reason, It's like, and they're kind of seeing things, and they're kind of like,
Who the
and then but it's also like, oh my god, I'm running out of air, so I have to like go back up, and things like that. So there's a lot of different horror elements.
Cool.
And it's just like, but you're reading it and you're visualizing it, whereas like when you RP, there's just like you said, there's so many options. Right? And it's just like, oh no, we saw a decapitated head, let's fuck off. Right? Whereas in the book, like you can't fuck off. Like it's just And it's the same with like when it just comes to like space, right? Like I mentioned, like the Star Wars aspect, like that always confuzzled me watching Star Wars. I'm like, why are they able to land on every planet? I was just like, I don't know.
It's literally a fantasy in space.
And it's so fantasy based. Whereas like these books that I read, they're just like like Alien is just a good basic example of movies too, where they're like, if you take off this mask, like you're
dead.
and then like they literally somebody's like, well, it'll be fine, and they're like, whoop, their face is gone, and it's like it's like exploded.
That's
it's
the
like,
realism I want to see, baby.
Yeah.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to explore these like aspects or even like research into them. But it's like to me, it's like I'm a huge nerd into so many of these different things, but they're very different aspects of my life. And it's like I get this from D&D, I get this from Game of Thrones, I get this from horror and things like that. And it's interesting to see you guys discuss them like all together.
I feel like Game of Thrones is very low magic.
It is.
Yeah.
There's no magic period.
Yeah.
That's
There is a little bit. Like when I forget
just for the evil.
the lady in the red, and she like gave birth. She gave birth to like black smoke thing.
Yep.
It was a really weird episode. But it was,
Thanks.
But mostly it's just like drama, right? It's just it's like a drama based
yeah.
like in medieval times with dragons. It's drama with dragons.
Yeah, it's just like another like power thing.
Yeah.
So you're
Where-
saying it's D&D.
Yeah. No. No math. There's no math.
Actually.
Drama with
Yeah.
dragons.
And the dragons aren't necessarily magic. I mean, they fly and they breathe fire, but like it's but they're like giving birth to an eggs, and like they don't talk, they don't.
They're more like
morph into-
reptilian, whereas like in D&D,
They're
those are
beasts.
like tied to magic itself.
Yeah.
Like they're part
Magic
of
incarnate.
magic incarnate. If the weave could turn itself into a creature on the mortal
It'd be-
plane, it'd
Yeah.
be a dragon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and, like the only commonality between the two is like dragons are like the badasses, right? Like it's just kind of like when you see a dragon, you're like, fuck, right?
Exactly.
I guess it's
I don't know. Speaking of dragons, you guys remember what campaign we're running? Tyranny of the
Yeah, Rise of
the
Tiamat.
dragons. It's gonna get harder and harder to challenge you guys with dragons, but I think I'm starting to think up the next encounter.
Hey, we're
With
talking
a
about
dragon.
space. Bring out the space dragon.
Yeah.
Bring out the space dragon.
Might be space dragons,
Nice
Yeah.
space
might be
dragon.
space
I love
dragons,
it.
Yeah, they're out there. I'm sure they are.
but I don't have anything super in mind. It's just kind of like it depends on where you guys go from here, because there's essentially like 3 different like locations I have set up now for you guys, and like you'll get a little bit more information before you figure out where you're gonna go next. But then things will start to progress in certain ways, and we'll get to finishing an arc here. So
Oh man.
yeah, and unfortunately, this is when Kenzie will go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually.
Boo.
I don't think it's actually been mentioned on like any episodes or anything yet. Yup. I'm leaving.
Sad,
I know.
very
yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
We will see when exactly that ends up being. I'm not sure, but after this week, fingers crossed that'll be cemented.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, off to bigger and better things.
Yeah, and obviously, whenever you're back in town, we'll try and get something working. That'd be awesome. But I can't imagine that'll happen very often. So
Timing perfectly, so right at the end, so like Elias can come back in and like help.
Yeah, not on like an off session, when you have like a giant combat.
Yeah.
Like
We
this
really
is
feel
it. Like
But it'd be
hey.
good.
We're calling in all the favors.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll be back around at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But who knows? We'll have to see. I'll be letting you know, though, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's exciting to see how this is all going to wrap up.
Well,
Yes.
it's this group, so really only like 5 days in-game time will have passed.
Exactly, yeah.
So-
And, like, realistically, like, how long has Elias been with the party? Like, 2 months, maybe?
2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you've done a really good job on the time push there, buddy. Like,
I had to.
yeah.
I had to. You guys kept complaining.
Oh, man.
It was our fault too. Like,
I know.
Yeah. But it's funny putting it in perspective with that, because it's like I've been in the group for a year now, and in game time it's not anywhere near that.
no,
But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting.
nobody's had a birthday in game.
No.
I mean, you don't know that.
Oh wait,
That's, I feel like, not true.
yeah, I actually think you're right.
I feel like somebody did say,
I
it's
think-
my birthday today!
Yeah,
I think we've
Just
had
call it in.
birthdays. Obviously, like we've aged as characters, but
Yeah,
we
but
haven't
no.
celebrated. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Sola.
Yeah, I think so.
That
Yes,
was
'cause
actually,
we were joking about, it was at the very beginning of when we started recording, and we were joking about, like, Sola turning 19 or some shit.
yeah.
What?
At the beginning of, like, entering Two Hills, like, it's your birthday, Sola! It's on
Oh my
Christmas!
God.
It's on,
Oh, that
it's on
sounds-
Cogsmas!
Yeah,
Fog
that's
promise.
yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Something like that.
Screw Gear Eve.
See, now I'm just thinking about like the amazing horror books that I've read. And it's just, like, I'm just thinking like if like could we apply that storyline to like like a D&D element or something like that?
Oh yeah, there's
Probably. Yeah.
There are ways to do it. It's just like you have to be okay with certain outcomes where it's like people will choose to
Yeah.
go certain directions
Yeah.
and you have to be okay
Yeah.
with kind of there's a lot more improv ironically.
Yeah.
I feel with like horror stuff because
Yeah.
like you can set up something. But
Yeah.
like what do you do if they're like, well, I'm just scared, I'm not going to interact
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
totally,
backed into a
totally.
corner.
Right?
Yeah.
And like that might even be unconscious. Because
Yeah.
like there's been moments where I have positioned stuff on the table to you guys that's been kind of scary and
Yeah.
a little bit, frightening in some ways. And I can see where everyone just goes,
Well, I think almost like when you have those kind of horror stories that you're running, you have to go into it being ready for your character to die, be disfigured, anything like that. Like,
And
I mean-
encounter things that are
yeah,
not okay. Yeah.
like you aren't winning is kind of the, if you do, great, but that's not the goal, I feel. Like,
And I don't know if everybody like. No, I'm not saying this table. I'm just saying in general with D&D. Like I don't know if that's like really the intention of playing the game sometimes.
yeah.
it's more like Call of
Not to win.
Cthulhu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit more.
like kind of back on systems again. Like there's one I've run called 10 Candles before, where it's like your characters
fun.
are dying at the end. It is
Right,
happening
like,
no
just so you
matter
know.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that is. Yeah, just so you know, like,
Yeah.
you're dying. Like,
Yeah.
just as a heads up. But like that's the point of the game is for your character to die. So it's like going into that. It's like how do I just make them go out with a bang now? I'm
Awesome.
not trying to keep them alive. It's just like how to give them just a crazy story.
I find also like because all horror books that I've read and all movies, right? It's always just kind of like what's going on. Like that's the premise of the story, right? It's like why, like what are they looking for, or it's like who's chasing them, and things like that. And it's like so it's like there would have to be some sort of end goal. I don't know. That's how I imagine it. Maybe you
Yes.
guys can like provide clarification. Because the one book that's sticking in my head is called Dead Silence. It's a pretty big horror book. Like I see it in stores, like a lot. But that's not how I discovered it. But it's like I read it years ago and I own it. But it's like so essentially like it's kind of like The Shining in space. So there's like this beacon that's going off on this like spaceship. It's set, like we can travel in space. So like and like there's hotels in space, and then so like this ship goes to find out like what the beacon, like what's going on. Everyone's dead on the ship, and it's not like an alien killed them. Like it's clear they killed each other.
Yeah.
Like there's a dead body floating. They're still holding a knife.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out like what's going on and things like that. So it's like there's an end goal. Right,
Oh,
like because
that'd
they're
be
like who
good.
did this or
Yeah.
why did it happen? But then they
Yeah.
keep like discovering scary things. But then
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's the element of like space, so they're just like shit. We can't breathe, right? So it's like how do we get the air back on? And it's like okay, fuck, we're floating everywhere, right? Oh my god, there's a dead body floating towards me, and it's just because there's like so many space elements that are realistic, like unlike Star Wars, that they have to encounter while trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
The
Like,
environment's like actually
like you're scared, but there's
space.
like and there's no light because it's space. The ship is fucked up, so there's no light, and it's like, okay, I don't even know what I'm getting myself into. You open a bedroom door, and there's like a dead body and you're like, it's like tied to the bed. And it's like dead, and it's like right? But it's in space, and it's cold, so the bodies are like preserved, so they can see exactly how.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just thinking like D&D, how RP plays and like how classes play, right? But then it's like, does magic really come into play then? Because it's like, what does it matter? I don't want to spoil the book for anyone who reads it because it's amazing, but
I need a
That's-
list of book recommendations.
yeah.
I've got. I'll send you a picture of like my bookshelf. It's all horror.
Oh.
There's one like Greek mythology kind of based one, which is also amazing, but
God's
That-
behaving badly.
no, it's actually random to my nephew,
Gods.
but it can't. Well, it could be D&D related. Actually, yeah. Well, essentially, like long story short, is that because now that we mentioned D&D relating to like other kind of like nerdy things, it's like so essentially like long story short. So it's like all those like Greek mythology heroes, so, like Achilles, Odysseus, all of them. Like in this book, like they all existed like millions of years ago, and their descendants like live today, like wherever around the world. And then I think it's every 17 years or something like that. Like Zeus like punishes his kids because like they've done bad things to us, like like Poseidon, Athena, all of them, like they punished us. So every few years he sends them down to Earth, and the descendants of those heroes fight the gods. And if you kill that god, you can take their spot in Olympus.
Oh.
So like the first page immediately, like Apollo is killed. Like the first sentence, like his neck is sliced, not by not by a human though, by another god. And then so like the gods are kind of conspiring so that like only one of them survives, so that they can be the only surviving god.
Right.
And it's like, is Athena really in on it? And Ares is always up to shit. But then like the descendant of Perseus obviously is like the hero, and of course she's a girl, which is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's like then there's a D&D aspect almost, right? Where it's like if we apply that to D&D, it's like then magic comes involved, right? Because they're gods,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know. I'm really nerdy, obviously. I get it too. Yeah.
I think magic, if you want a system that does magic well, D&D is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like as far as
Mechanic-wise
of everything, and having like enough options for it to feel like it's like meaningful, I think is the main thing. Because like it's another thing of like D&D just gives you a fuck ton of options.
Well, that's what I'm curious to see how it does play in like the horror field. Maybe like on YouTube I can watch like some campaigns and stuff.
Yeah.
As like a huge
there
fan.
will be,
Yeah.
There's ones out there.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu is really cool because like it's like, you know how in D&D is like, oh, you can take damage, it doesn't fucking matter. In Call of Cthulhu, it's like if you take more than half your health, which is like 6 in like one attack, you are so damaged that like you might go unconscious, you might have a serious disfigurement, you might lose like the way they do like their D100 system is like you'll have a bunch of different stats or skills, right? And like it'll be like I have an 80 in computer science, and what that means is when I roll the computer science skill, I roll a D100 and I have to get below an 80 to be a success. So the DC is kind of more stagnant based on your skills, not based on like what you're trying to accomplish, which is interesting. And then you also have like a luck ability, so it's like, oh, I got a
like reroll kind of a thing.
Almost.
Oh.
It's like you'll have like 30 luck, your character, for like their entire life, and then it's like, oh, I'm doing a driving skill, fuck, and I'm trying to like drive my motorcycle off this cliff and land it here, and I have a 34 in driving, and I rolled a 40. I'm going to use 6 luck to make it 34. So
I see.
It's kind of an interesting system.
It's interesting to introduce the concept of like luck to horror.
Yeah.
Because it's like horror is based on like being very unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, always trip at the most inopportune time.
Yeah, or like you turn the wrong corner, right? And think, because interesting.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to be the other way where it's like Deus Ex Machina, where it's like luck just becomes the only reason why they survive. It's like, how the fuck are you alive right now?
You should be dead, sir.
You've died like 6 times in my head.
Yeah.
I don't even care about you being alive right now.
That's crazy.
You don't deserve it.
We can't kill you. Yeah.
Oh, man. I will look that up. Yeah, it's interesting.
It is.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around horror being in like.
If we didn't run a weekly game, I would want to run stuff
That'd be cool.
a little bit more like different. I would want to run a superhero one shot. I want to run Call of Cthulhu one shot.
Yeah.
Take inspiration from gonna plug Dungeons and Daddies because they have a Call of Cthulhu campaign right now that's really fun.
Oh, okay.
They call it the Peachyville Horror. It's a 1950s style
I
horror.
love that. That's right up my street.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Well, I like when things are like cute and then we make it horror. Like we make it scary. Like when I went to Comic Expo, they had like a bunch of Disney characters, but they were like horror.
Yeah.
So like they turned Mickey into like Ghostface. It's like when things are cute and then they're like scary. I love stuff like that. And I love like classic Hollywood, like the original like you can hate on me all you want, like Riverdale. Fucking love that show. But it got weird. It was like
good for the first couple.
I don't know.
seasons.
First two were the first one especially was really good, and then Luke Perry died, and I cried.
Oh yeah.
Like so much. But it like that kind of like was the same thing where it was kind of like this kind of diner 1950 feel with a horror aspect because like someone's dead and it's like what happened, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Who done it?
Yeah, which was it was an okay twist. It was like
I also just like bringing adult themes into things that are like maybe a little bit more like inherently have like more of a life in like young adult fiction or like even kids fiction in some way. Like the idea of superheroes being like more set in realism, which has kind of been like
Invincible, like you said, right?
Like Invincible, The Boys, you know, like stuff that's like a little bit more rooted in
Peacemaker,
in like a
with John
reality.
Cena.
Yeah. Where like things are like not all like the good guys are always good, and like it's not just that they're struggling against, you know, the weight of their responsibilities. It's like sometimes you do evil shit, you know, and sometimes it's even by just accident, and you got to deal with that.
Or intentionally, like in The Boys.
Or intentionally
with Homelander.
Yeah.
Like he's just a fucking asshole. Yeah.
So like that kind of stuff has always interested me because I love kind of like, you know, flipping the norm.
That's been a very like recent trend.
Yeah.
Like as millennials growing up, like that was not a thing. Like it was very like good versus bad, and I would say in the last not even 10 years, like
It was
last
Saturday
5
morning
years.
cartoons, man.
Yeah, and it was good versus bad.
Like there's no good.
We were talking about like
you know?
like race kind of
It's all-
before too jokingly,
yeah.
but it's just like we were used to just seeing white superheroes.
That too.
Right, and then now we have like Shang-Chi, we have Black Panther. It's like literally like my niece and nephew are
Black
mixed.
Lightning.
Yeah,
or
but it's like
whatever his name is.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
and like we can see heroes that like look like us, and it's like I didn't realize. And you and I have had this conversation just in general about movies, like when Parasite was so successful, and it's just like I never realized how absent Asian culture was until I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, I was like this movie was so well done, but so distinctively Asian, right? And then it's like then you see these this is very new. Right, like culture is being introduced, and like good versus evil, or like evil winning, or like no good at all. Period. Everyone is just bad.
There just isn't good. There's just this lack, like in our media, there's lack of goodness. I think is kind of like
shades of suck.
Bit of a turn. I don't know, because like a part of me does enjoy it because it's like our consciousness is being aware of things kind of like becoming worse. Maybe a little bit. That's like one way to look at it. But the other one is like we're just wanting a different kind of story. You know, tired of the good guys always winning. Tired of the good guys always being good, regardless of what happens to them. And kind of being like these like fake characters that don't change. You know, people like characters that change and struggle and have evolutions, right? So like, it makes sense.
Well, it's the old adage: Superman's boring as shit.
We'll see when the James Gunn version comes out. We shall see.
But it's like
he's going to get his axe.
You don't.
It's the only way.
You don't tune in for the superhero. You tune in for the villain.
Well, who makes the Bond movie the villain?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe that 100%.
You have to. Your hero has to be good, but your villain has to be amazing.
Yeah.
Because you've got to.
Mads Mikkelsen, Casino Royale.
Well, even like Heath Ledger as Joker.
Yeah.
Like just like it has to be that up and over.
Yeah.
Like that's where you really need to excel. And I think everybody has kind of went, well, if we make everyone bad, it's got to be good. But it doesn't always work that way.
Well, I think like Robert Pattinson's Batman was a good example too, where it's just like he had those moments where he's just like, why am I doing this? You know, and like he like at the end when he's like beating the shit out of like the one guy, they're like stop. They're like, you're gonna kill him, right? Because he like lost a sense of who he was and what he was doing this for. He was just pissed, right? And they're just like, you can't like don't kill him, right? And he's like, right, I'm not supposed to kill people, right?
Oops.
Yeah.
Man, maybe sorry, like that's just another thing where it's like the moral questions are boring now. right? Where it's like, oh, should we kill him? Should we not kill him? No, kill him.
Yeah.
And then deal with the consequences. Because, like, we're past this stage of, like, you know, like, everyone can be redeemed, I think. Like, there is some level of that.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, we went so far the other end of, like, no consequences, though. And now it's, like, some of that's starting to, like, come back around. Like, okay, maybe actually consequences. Maybe it's, okay. You know, you can try to be redeemed in, like, 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what superhero movies go on this like tangent that we're talking about. I was like, it's just curious to like what. Well, like so, people have always said between Justice League and the Avengers is that the Avengers are people trying to be gods, Justice League are gods trying to be people, and it's like so that's kind of where the storylines are different. You two know in particular that I'm a huge DC fan, and it's just to see like we were talking about Superman coming out in a couple weeks now. I think it's for their July long weekend in the US, and it's it'll be interesting to see because like you mentioned like should we kill them or not? Yeah. And in DC, like Wonder Woman is one of the few heroes that are like let's fucking kill them. Where Superman and Batman are like whoa, you know like let's just put them in jail or you know they can think about what they did. Whereas Wonder Woman's like no, like you're dead. So it's interesting to see if they take that element, like if there's a conflict between the Justice League. You know, Wonder Woman's kind of like the Thor, you know, like the god.
Yeah.
And like they can't really kill her or do anything about it. And it's, you know, but then for the past, 20, 30 years, like Batman and Superman have been the only ones on our screens, aside from the 2 Wonder Woman movies we've had. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. Like I'm really very curious about the Superman movie. They have a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's coming back. That's interesting, which is a choice.
I think there's a few elements of villains in this one.
Yeah.
They made it seem like there was a couple. I just saw the trailer, and it's Fantastic Four should be, I hope it's good. Knock on every single. They finally get it right.
Yeah.
4th, 5th, 6th times the
Too many
charm?
times.
The actors are too good for it not. But I thought
Pedro
that last time with
Pascal's in
Miles
it.
Teller
That's
too, and Michael B.
good.
Jordan, that didn't work.
No. So
Yeah.
that's like my big thing is like it doesn't matter who's in it now.
No,
Because they pay the top dollar, they get the actors that are big,
I just.
and then the writers fuck everything over, or whoever
I think
is
Fantastic
watching
Four
over.
has been the
executive
directors
producer.
have been so the one that bombed with Michael B. Jordan and Miles
Yeah,
Teller.
yeah.
They said it was a first time director. I can't remember what his name is, but like he was coming to the set drunk. And then, like, when they had to do reshoots and stuff, they pulled in Matthew Vaughn, who's is a hero to me.
Yeah.
Like, Matthew Vaughn did Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class. Like, I love his movies. I love his style. He's a very distinct style. That style was not in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But he was like, I just came into it, and he's like, I didn't, like, he's like, I didn't write this, I didn't produce this. So he's like, he's like, I did my best, but, yeah. And the movie made no fucking sense. Like, it made no sense. Like, there was, like, a horrible story. Very, very bad. And it was very unfortunate. And I think they can get it right. I'm trying to be positive. Big Vanessa Kirby fan, actually. I'm not like love Pedro Pascal, but Vanessa Kirby, I don't think she makes a bad choice.
Yeah.
Everything she's been in, even like she was in Mission Impossible, I guess. And like I just think she always hits the nail. But I also think Miles Teller wouldn't have chosen a bad movie either. But either Mike B. Jordan.
I think it doesn't matter because like
I know the directors and the producers are so important,
and like Marvel money, DC money, all it takes is like you make a little bit less than you were expecting. For
Marvel money
years.
is Disney money.
Correct. So like all it takes is you going, do I want to make a couple $1 million this year?
Yeah.
And then you do that. You know.
Well, that's the controversy. While we're just talking about movies, is about Thunderbolts.
Oh.
Is that like they can't break even because they have to break 400 million because that includes like marketing and all that other bullshit they have to do.
Tough ask for that.
Yeah,
movie.
but it's in the world that we're in now.
Yeah.
And it's like just like do people care to watch this movie? No, they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
And it's like so that's why like movies before like when they'd come out like in opening weekend they break even from the opening weekend. Because everyone was waiting in line to see the Avengers because we'd never seen anything like that before. We never saw all heroes come together like that ever, never. Right, so it's like in one weekend worldwide it was 400 million done. Anything past that is like profit.
Yeah.
But now it's like we have to wait 3-4 weeks.
On the same hand, it's like going to the well one too many
Yeah.
times. Like
It's
yeah.
Put it in the
I don't
theaters
think
for 3
until
months.
like honestly the next James Bond movie
Okay.
comes out, and if they choose the right director and the right James Bond, that'll break even right away. They're under like, but the Broccoli family's not in charge anymore. They sold their rights.
Is it Paramount that owns it now? Or
It's Amazon. Like Amazon bought the rights. Yeah.
Paramount.
Yeah.
That does not.
So like Eon Films was with the Broccoli family, and the Broccoli family is like, so Barbara Broccoli's dad did like the previous ones, and then she took over.
Yeah.
I think since Pierce Brosnan, I think is when she took over. And then like they really revived it well with Daniel Craig, like the right directors, the right singers, like the right act, like all the villains were just they kind of lost touch in the last one. But Casino Royale came back with like a hit. Like we were like, whoa, this is like a blonde James Bond, and we were like, he's like whipping his balls, you know, like Mads Mikkelsen when he was like torturing him. Skyfall was legendary.
Skyfall was good.
The Sam Mendes directing, like that was incredible, and it's like there's the pressure for this next one is gonna be. Sam Mendes directed beautiful films, like they were just so well done, and I have a lot of high expectations.
Can't wait for the 8-episode miniseries on Amazon Prime.
I know.
Oh god. What a life.
008.
I think
and it features
that's the scary.
2 of them.
Each of the episodes.
A man and a woman. They're going like fucking. What was that movie with Will Smith and fucking
Gemini?
that old guy? No.
Black.
Yeah, they're gonna go Men in Black.
Oh.
But with like the new version
Men in Black
with
is so good.
with fucking Thor and that one girl.
Yeah.
They remade Men in Black.
Yeah.
If you remember that.
Yeah.
They're gonna do that.
Oh.
It's gonna be good.
I think there's like the film industry right now though has a lot of like pressure because they're not pumping out as much as they used to, and the stuff they're bringing out is not good. Like it's just not, and it's stuff that like we just don't care to see, and that's why I think Parasite did so well because it was just so different.
Yeah.
And it was just like because it was a story that we'd never seen before. It was a distinctly Asian story, but it was something that everyone could appreciate. It was horrifically depressing and sad in the ending, like also something we're not used to. And so I think that's why it did so well. And then like it's just like what was the last great movie you guys saw? Like I can't even think of one that I loved.
I think we should pay executives more money. That's what we should do. That'll fix movies.
Yeah.
That is the issue.
I think it's because directors are being pigeonholed. That's why.
Oh, 100%.
Like the directors can't do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Like and it's like David Ayer produced that first Suicide Squad that was like really bad. But David Ayer, I don't know if you guys know what he produced and directed before, but he did like it wasn't huge, massive movies, but like his movies are like Fury with Brad Pitt, End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal, horrifically, brutally honest, so violent, but very honest.
Why the fuck?
And then he did that movie, and they didn't let him do that. He wasn't able to do like the violence and the honesty that he's willing to show in his films. He was doing a kids movie. That's literally what he did.
But also like
because it's like that would have been perfect.
Yeah, you don't take that talent because they didn't want to lose money from the kids.
Oh man.
So when you get someone like Matthew Vaughn, that was Plan B Entertainment. Okay, I'm a dork, and then it's probably gonna be cut out. It wasn't. Like so, like the Kick-Ass. So like
This is a white guy.
okay, but like Kingsman was produced by Plan B Entertainment. You know who owns Plan B Entertainment? Brad Pitt. Yeah, that's why it's the B for Brad. Okay. But Matthew Vaughn was allowed to be Matthew Vaughn, so it was violent. There was swearing, there was sex. Because Brad Pitt and Matthew Vaughn were like, I don't give a fuck if kids can't watch this. Like, I don't care. And it made so much money. Because you know why? They released it on the same weekend as 50 Shades of Grey. People who didn't want to watch 50 Shades of Grey watched Kingsman, and they were like, who is this Matthew Vaughn director, and what is this hilariously amazing movie? Because I didn't want to fucking watch the shit 50 Shades of Grey. That's literally what happened.
Imagine how many 14-year-olds wouldn't have been able to see Suicide Squad if they hadn't dropped that age, you know?
With the weird Jared
Drop
Leto.
that content filter.
Imagine how many.
We get one fuck. We're going to give Joker a fuck word.
One fuck.
For like Kingsman, like every scene, every other word was the fuck word. Yeah.
You know, technically with the rating, Lord of the Rings is allowed one fuck.
One fuck?
Did they say it in the movie?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No. Who gets the fuck?
I don't know, but I did.
Who should?
Obviously.
Well, I was watching. I was watching an interview.
This is an obvious question.
I was watching the interview with the two actors that play like Merry and Pippin.
Yeah.
The best part is like he had it perfectly. When they're like, "Oh, what do we do next?" Fucking Buckleberry Ferry. I'm just like, yep, that's it right there.
It's actually funny, speaking of Matthew Vaughn though, so like one of his one of his like mainstream films was X-Men First Class. He was only allowed one fuck too. So he rewrote the script so that when Professor Xavier and Magneto go up to Wolverine and they're just like, hi, can you speak to you? And he's like, fuck off. And they're like, okay.
That was
So he had to he rewrote it so they could just keep that one scene.
That was such a good scene.
See, that's Matthew Vaughn. He's genius. He needs to do James Bond. Like, I'm sure like Matthew Vaughn, James Bond, like to direct it because he's brilliant.
I blame executives because they just go, how can we make the most money?
Yeah.
And it's making a generic product. And it's making a product for children because as we know, YouTube Kids makes fucking boatloads of money.
But you know who can make money without letting kids watch the movie? James Bond and Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah,
because
that's true.
Mission Impossible, when Tom Cruise revitalized it with Ghost Protocol, it's not for kids, but it's not like there's swearing and there's sex and violence, but what kid's going to want to watch that? Yeah. But it was massively successful.
It's a legacy movie.
Yeah. And then James Bond, I mean, there's sex and things like that in the movie, but like they're not going to take out the sex so that 14-year-olds can watch it. Right?
Yeah. Like, no. Those movies got weight, though. Like, people will go see those movies regardless. Just because of the name recognition,
Yeah.
I feel.
Well, like, Tom Cruise, right, is attached to that one. And like Christopher McQuarrie did really great on the directing. Another fun fact, because I'm such a big nerd, Ghost Protocol, same director as The Incredibles.
Oh.
Brad Bird, yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
And and he did so well directing it. Yeah. And that's why they paused Incredibles 2 for so long, because Brad Bird is also the voice of Edna. Edna
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, they're like, we can't really film it. We can't choose a new director, because then who's going to voice Edna?
Oh, man.
So MGM, don't fuck up James Bond, please.
They're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna fuck it up so bad.
Outside of the broccoli.
They're gonna throw it in reverse and ram that shit into a parked car.
Yeah, it's
Jane Bond.
Yeah.
Jane Bond.
The director is just so important, and like the rumors that have been going around,
Jamie
I just
Bond.
hope they're not true. Like, no fucking Quentin Tarantino James Bond movie. I'll kill myself.
Oh my god!
Like, don't
the
do that
amount
to
of
my
feet
franchise.
shots would be crazy.
That poor Bond girl. It's over for you.
They have to change their name from like the Bond girls to like the feet girls or something.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, just line them up. It's important that they're all
Just like a pan
face
shot.
down
Like,
on the bed, sleeping, waiting for Bond to enter the room, and just their souls, the bottom of their feet.
no toes.
No toes.
Yeah.
Put the little sock footsie things over the toes.
God damn it.
Just heel shots.
There's a lot of rumors though, of, like, who's gonna be James. I don't know if any of these are true either. I hope some of them aren't.
Ryan Reynolds.
Don't make that joke. Like, don't. It's not funny in my culture. Idris Elba is still my number one choice, but he even says he doesn't want to do it. But he's perfect.
10
He's
years
literally
ago,
perfect.
he could have.
10 years ago, he would have been amazing.
Roger Moore was Idris Elba was older than him though, I think, but Roger Moore was like over 40 when he took over.
But back then, though, it was different.
I know.
Like,
well, his movies were like.
You could own that.
I think his first one was Live and Let Die. Because Live and Let Die was like Jamaica, and then Jane Seymour was like the kind of voodoo. like, I'm pretty sure his first one was Live and Let Die. Yeah. Because it wasn't. Was it space? What was the space one? Moonraker.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting a bit older.
Can we talk about Goldeneye now, or like?
I wasn't alive for the Roger Moore movies, but my parents were big fans. That's why I watched them all. Moonraker
I had
like,
a GameCube.
I'm doing like this, but it was like his name was Jaws, but he just had like weird teeth. Like, it was, like it was
metal
and top hat.
Yeah, like metal teeth.
I'll drop. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, those were unfortunate Bond movies. They were really cheesy.
I like them.
The Roger Moore
great
ones
video games.
were a bit. Yeah. Even though the Pierce Brosnan ones were like the 90s, so it was like kind of campy, a little bit cheesy.
Still good.
What was it? It was GoldenEye, Die Another Day, Tomorrow Never Dies.
Spy Kids 2, Lost Islands.
The only Bond movie I'll
The classic.
All right, I think we've talked about movies for long enough now. Thank God.
Oh my gosh.
Anything you guys want to jump back into the campaign talk before we, close it off for tonight?
Idris Elba for James Bond. Or Tom Hardy. Tom
Hardy.
He won't do it either.
No, they won't. Neither of them will. Like, there's no way. Even though they're both like destined for it. You want Ryan Reynolds? You just said that.
Yeah.
No. I want Florence Pugh. Fuck all of you. I'm gonna be weird.
Bond.
I'm Jane Bond. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your night, and hi, Halo.
Oh wow.
Freaking praise.
I've never seen a James Bond movie.
Really?